Hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 4 kiddos, 6 and under, and I became a stay-at-home mom about 4 years ago. I've learned a lot in my 4 years, but something that I want to talk about that I've learned over the years is Montessori. You may or may not have heard of Montessori before, and hopefully after this video, if you haven't heard of it, you can feel more confident knowing about the techniques and the steps to take to start getting involved. I want to talk a little bit about where my kids were and where I was as a parent before we started Montessori, how Montessori changed those things, and how you can begin to implement those things as well. I started noticing that my oldest son had a really hard time playing pretend play, imagination, or even focusing on specific tasks for a period of time, whether that be reading a book or putting blocks together. I really wanted to be able to somehow implement learning through play. So I did a little bit of research and I came across the Montessori method. After doing a little bit of research about this method, here are the steps that I took in the beginning. I wanted to be able to create a space in my home where my kids had full allowance to express their creativity, their imagination, pretend play, where they had full control over their playtime without me sitting there dictating their every move. So the next thing that I did was I dumped out all of our large toy boxes. I went through our toys and I categorized everything. Blocks, dinosaurs. I threw away the pieces that didn't go with their correct parts anymore, and I put everything in bins. So dinosaurs in one bin, blocks in another bin. I organized our books, one bin for cars. And then I chose about 4 or 5 bins to keep out. The rest of the bins I put in storage. This is called a toy rotation. Toy rotation makes your children feel like they are getting new toys every week, every 2 weeks, every month, however often you choose to rotate your toys. My kids love this and they get so excited whenever they remember a toy that they know that they loved, and I get to bring that out for them. Another thing that I did was I set up stations in our playroom. We have a station for reading, for writing, for crafts. We have imaginative play, pretend play. We have blocks, sensory, physical activity. I wanted to give them all the tools that they needed to be able to express their own play by themselves without me feeling like I have to entertain them, and they could entertain themselves happily. I also wanted their play to be constructive. I wanted somehow for them to be able to learn through their play. So then I started incorporating learning activities that worked on fine motor skills, hand-eye coordination, letter recognizing, color recognizing, math. Once I was confident in our playroom and the time that they were spending in there, I started spending more quality time with them. Now, I know what you may be thinking. I already spend quality time with them, and that's great. What does that quality time look like? Here's a couple tips on how you can be educational through your quality time. Whether it be getting dressed in the morning, making breakfast, folding laundry, cleaning, pretty much the things that you do on your routine every day, you can include your kids and work on skill practicing and mastering, coordination, even matching socks together. Folding laundry is great. You can work on balancing whenever they're pouring measuring cups into a bowl. There's so many different ways that you can incorporate Montessori in your everyday life, and what's great about it is that it's budget friendly. In this way, it's completely free. Not only are you getting to spend efficient one-on-one quality time with your children, but they get to walk away from the experience feeling like they practiced patience and feeling proud of themselves for the patience that they practiced and the new skill that they mastered. My goal when sharing about Montessori is to spread awareness that it doesn't have to be scary or daunting, intimidating, or even expensive to be able to incorporate this into your everyday life. It starts with some very simple steps, and I promise it's not only going to benefit your children, but it's going to benefit you as well. I hope you feel a little bit more confident in some of these beginning steps into Montessori method, and I hope that this encourages some future beautiful moments with you and your children.